being disconnected from him.
Yeah.
But single motherhood is not fun. Usually they find out after the fact.
Mm.
Single motherhood or becoming, and these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that,
or like the Koreans or the Chinese or the Indians, actually push forward their identity as a show of force.
right?
Okay, so the Indian pushes forward his identity as a show of force, same with the Chinese person as a show of force, and they insist on the differences being made so that you are a little bit careful when dealing with them, or you have
one of the ladies, right, on the TVC show with Morayo and them, they call them The View or something like that.
Yeah,
the View, something like that. Anyway, yeah. So they one of the ladies pushed back against your point. The first thing, the one that covers her face like this, she's like a Muslim girl.
Yeah. She was very, and I will say this, and I hope she watches this video. She was very, very aggressive, very, very aggressive.
Oh, okay. So you watched it. She was.
Yeah.
She was
I watched it because
Nigerian women don't suffer. That's how she started, right?
That's how she started, and she said, I'm sure. And then she threw a jab. I'm sure he's talking about his mother and his daughters, which I felt was unnecessary in a professional TV station like that. But it was really unnecessary.
What I'm going to try to do, you will see just my picture in a second, right? And we'll continue to talk. And I want you to keep talking, right?
Yeah.
I want to pull up that video. I think I have that video somewhere.
And hopefully you have that video. Yeah, so she went that way. But there was another lady who also came out and did talk about the idea of culture.
Yeah, that was Fela's daughter. Are
you serious?
That's Fela's daughter. Her name is Yeni Kuti. They call her YK on the show.
Yeah, so she came up and talked about culture, and I felt okay.
You had like a balance there. People that were seeing where you were coming from.
Someone sees where I'm coming from, and all that stuff. Because where there is culture, then there's certain things that hold up a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, she sees me a little bit from where I'm coming from. So and that was pretty much it. But I think because we were talking about the question based on culture, I think that when I brought up the cultural thing, I thought that we were people who would bring it into consideration as an identity. And like I saw in certain demographics, like the Hispanics and some other demographics, that would predetermine how we treated each other. I think that was my reasoning.
Right.
I think
that was your reasoning. You were comparing quite a lot. And I'll tell you like this, when it comes to women, especially women, like nobody actually, from an emotional standpoint, nobody likes to be compared. If you're trying to improve them in any way, you have to find a way to balance the comparison with that you're actually trying to edify them. There's a way you have to say it. The best way is to always start with some kind of edification. But generally speaking, even us men, right? Let's say me and you, right? And we're having a conversation. Once you compare me to another man to tell me that what I'm doing is that I'm full of shit, I would disconnect from you trying to improve me. I would just get busy trying to defend myself, and then we'll fight. That's basically That's human beings in general, and especially women. Women. They, whatever you're trying to say, they will completely disconnect from it. They won't be able to relate with you because they're not listening anymore. They're not listening with their emotions now. And you can see that she went for Nigerian women are so fine. Then she went further into saying that Indians are aggressive with their women and they are busy fighting for that in their own nation. Like you said earlier, every group has their own faults and there are things you can emulate from every group, right? See, the way we're talking right now, anybody can chime in. We're not letting them into the conversation. It's just me and you. And they can listen long enough if they want to get our context. But if they hear very, very small bit of it, right? They can go crazy because especially if it's personal in nature, they took it personally because you say Nigerian woman. Keep going.
Yeah, it was really personal. It was really personal. But again, like we say, like the cultural thing, I think that's the deep thing I would say is I felt that if we could identify ourselves culturally as a collective, then the next step of the rationale would have been we would avoid harming each other within the collective. I think that was my rationale, and the rationale has, to me, in modern day times, I don't think it really holds water anymore. I don't think people are looking at life from that level. I don't think. I really don't think.
Let me play this video. I think I have the video. Let me play it.
Okay.
This is Morayo here.
That thing that they doesn't.
So that's you featured on their show.
That's me featured on their show, and I watched this. Yeah, and that's the lady, Dr. Nkechi or something.
No, this is Morayo. This is the host.
Oh, this is Morayo. Okay, okay.
I was trying to point out in various ways and instances that African women in the diaspora have totally lost their values and culture. Watch this video, then we'll continue.
So Morayo tends to be the one who would be on your side, but she's actually trying to play the middle. She's like me.
Yeah, she's a middle person. She's a middle game person. Yeah,
she's the host. So, but guess what? The women don't appreciate that because
I know, right?
They hear her as she's taking the other side.
That's right. That's right.
That's the difference between Man of Prestige, this show, and every other show.
Yeah.
I'm dissecting the people, right?
Yeah, and everything.
What I see as what's going on behind the scenes in their brain. She's the host, but also how she's being received, because we're talking about how your video was being received.
That's right.
The message of the video got lost in virality, right? And then you got all this hate, right?
I really got a lot of hate. I think the hate, in fact, I wouldn't wish it on anybody else, to be honest. It was
I don't envy you, but we're going to, this is not damage control. We're continuing the conversation.
We're continuing the conversation. We are continuing the conversation pretty much, yeah.
So let me, but just so you know, Morayo is starting to pile up enemies from women just because she plays the middle. And
are you for real?
We do it in AMM. I play the middle. I become the enemy. I become the simp.
Oh my God.
Right? We do it. We all do it, bro. Anytime I play the middle, I say, okay, let me hear your side. Let me hear your side. It becomes the simp. We do it too.
God.
I'm calling everybody's bullshit now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right, let me play the video.
Let's play it up. Let's play. Let's hear
the conversation.
So what has been my exposure there? Indian women.
Let me not play this all over again.
The man is changing, and that
so
is
you forwarded a little. You forwarded a little, yeah.
Yeah, I'm forwarding it. I'm gonna. I think I have to grab another one. I have like clips of it. So
okay.
Yeah. Let's see if it's this one right here.
Call American court on you.
Nigerian women, we are so fat.
Aha.
She said we are so fat.
Every time our men find the opportunity to talk negative, they start to describe. I'm sure he's describing his mother too. Sisters.
All right. Yeah, so this is what they call. I learned this the hard way. I got roasted in the manosphere because of this. This is called the shaming, the insulting, and the guilt, right? And the need to be right?
Yeah.
The sign language, right?
Yeah.
So again, we do this all the time across board. We do, like, anytime women come there or they start to speak against us, they get roasted. Let's be honest.
It's true.
They get roasted.
Yeah.
Sometimes, the white knight in me want to come out with a cape and save this girl. But again, I feel like the conversation is needed.
Yeah. The conversation is needed. That's true.
It's painful to watch sometimes on both sides because of how we drag ourselves from our family, not knowing what to do. We drag ourselves through the court system. Nobody wins. See, we're talking about men now winning from a financial standpoint, from his masculine frame being disconnected from him.
Yeah.
But single motherhood is not fun. Usually they find out after the fact. Single motherhood or becoming